Fine. So Surendra, your problem solved. Recording started. Safe now. Must be happy, right? Okay. Anyway, jokes apart. Coming to our Google Sheet training. No problem. So go to that file. This is technically originally created with a Excel file, people. Just open that. Okay. Now certain interface arrangements we must do. Watch my screen, please. So I would suggest do not open the same attachment or file, whatever I have shared over the link, people. Create a copy of that. Create a copy of that. Okay. And when you create a copy, can you see, since that file is originally created in Excel, it is still in Excel mode. Though we are opening in the Google Sheet, this is still in Excel mode. So first thing first, you need to convert that file into Google Sheet. How? There is a file menu over here. You can see, go to the file menu and go for over here, save as Google Sheets. We do have an option, save as Google Sheets. Okay. So once you go for save as Google Sheet, automatically that file will create a clone and try to save it as a Google Sheet mode. See, now this is a Google Sheet file. It is no more showing that extension of Excel or anything. It is pretty clear now. So kindly confirm. This is the first step you have done.
Yeah, Prabhas, could you repeat where you go and select to convert to Google Sheet?
Yeah, sure. You need to go to a file menu. You have an option over here called save as Google Sheet. One option will be there. All right. Now, once we have done with this over here, then the first setup, what you need to do, people, if you do not do any setup in the Windows interface, what will be happening, especially there are two cases you'll be facing the trouble, the date and time calculations. So for that reason, what you need to do, when you have the Google Sheet, you have to ensure that going to the file, go to the settings first. So some user settings, some regional settings, you have to always check. Go to settings, and there local showing United Kingdom, that's not a problem. Yes, that's not a problem. But the time zone, only you have to check, and you have to confirm that it is there with our GMT plus 5.5 hour. GMT plus 5.5 hour. So scroll down, GMT plus 5.5, what it is saying over here? Indian Standard Time. Can you see one option is there? Go for it. So once you select, and then you go and click save and reload. Save and reload. Don't change the local, don't change the country setting. Let it be United Kingdom only, not a problem. Don't change it to India. Again, this will be changing the font style, font size, everything to Hindi medium also. So don't do that. So only take the time zone to Indian Standard Time, GMT plus 5.5 hours. Now go and save and reload immediately. This will be reloading my G Sheets and going further. Now, whatever the date and time calculations, I am not going to have a different value, and it will be always be accurate. Now, next thing, whenever you are expressing your shortcut keys, if you're more interested because you might be having a convenient options working in Microsoft Excel, some keyboard shortcuts. And when you come to Google Sheet, a lot of shortcuts are missing. So you must be a bit of annoyed, bit of disappointed. We're looking at the interface, what kind of tool we are using. It is degrading our productivity. If it is there the case, I would give you a helping hand. Certain keyboard shortcuts in any other spreadsheet application is compatible with our Google Sheet also. But to make it compatible, you need to go to our help command. Go to the help button. Do you see in the extreme bottom keyboard shortcuts is there? Go for that. And once you go for the keyboard shortcuts, there is one option over here I'm highlighting. You can see enable compatible spreadsheet shortcuts. This will be not activated. You got to activate this. Just click on that button, it will be activated. So some of your keyboard shortcuts which you are already been using in Microsoft Excel or Kingsoft Office, OpenOffice or LibreOffice, and you are quite comfortable with that, those things also now will be available in Google Suite also. All right. So these are the minimum changes with our interface, how to do, where to do. We have got the basic understanding. Any difficulties while doing the same? Yes, Christine has asked me why would time setting matters. Of course. Now, ideally what it happens, we are a bit ahead of timeline. Which you say, if you compare the two country settings, like if you are comparing your USA or Middle East or India, we are a bit ahead of the time. Like 5.5 hours, 1.5 hours, 3 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, we are ahead of the time. Now, if you are taking a date settings over there and you are not changing this, then what will be happening? Your Indian standard time will be always be one date less. So there will be a shortfall of a day. When you are calculating the date related calculations, you will be always be having a shortfall of the day. That's the reason why to rectify that mistake, you must change the timeline over there. Hope you got a clarity, Christine. Okay, I'm not getting save as Google Sheet that we're getting in the file menu. Okay, Shashant, what you are getting then? Okay, one more time. No problem. I'll do that. If you can share your screen, Shashant, let me have a look.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Sorry?
Is my screen visible?
No, not yet. That's what I'm saying.
Now visible?
Now it's getting loaded. Yeah, I could see that.
So you are getting save as something. No, I'm not getting that.
No. Don't go for that Flipkart file. Go for that Google Sheet training. One more file is there. Just go to that folder link.
Okay. Okay.
Google Sheet training. Can you see in the bottom one? Yes. Right. Now you'll be getting, because this is in Excel. So the file what you have accessed, this is already in Google Sheet. That's why it was not showing that data.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Amol is asking that what is the difference between save as Google Sheet and make a copy? See, make a copy, again, it will be copying sometimes in Excel. If it is the original source file is in Excel, it will make a copy of that. But when you are going for making and converting to Google Sheet, this is again storing as a Google Sheet, but temporary file. A clone of that existing file and a temporary file of Google Sheet. There is a difference. Now, well, I'll take my screen first to control. All right. So all the necessary changes in our settings we have done it. Okay, Pinaki is asking time setting change one more time, please. Okay. So Pinaki, you can go to File, and there we have an option called Settings. And when you go for the settings, you will be finding this kind of window box where the local, it means the country settings, no need to change this. Let it be whatever it is for you. Only thing is the time zone, there is a drop down option. You can go and check, and you need to go and check this option, GMT plus 5.5 hour Indian Standard Time, that India Standard Time, IST. This option you have to select from that scroll. And finally, save and reload one option will be coming up. You have to go for it. Okay. So Suvir is asking shortcut settings to make it compatible. Suvir, you need to go to the help command. In the bottom, keyboard shortcuts option is there, and you need to click that option. And in the bottom again, we have an option, enable compatible spreadsheet shortcuts. You have to activate this. Aditya, all things will not work. I told some specific shortcuts, not as it is Excel keyboard shortcuts. You will be Alt-H-A-C is the ribbon menu command. It's not the worksheet command, ribbon menu, like going to home, then alignment, then center, right? So not all the keyboard shortcuts some keyboard shortcuts which is already there in Excel, you can make it compatible over here. Now, once you have done with this, people, let's go and start working with our first sheet called business maths. All right. Now, in our routine activities, people, we deal with a lot of basic calculations. But what the problem is, we spend a lot of time for doing the same. So now we are going to discuss, though it is a basic calculation, how to make an improvement upon the same so that we can save our time. Take a look at my first example over here. Suppose say somebody from a different department, he came to me and asked a question that, Prabhas, I need to purchase 3 products, ABC, XYZ, anything you name it. A of 1000, B of 12, C of 20, I need to purchase. Pawan, you would have received the mail. You have received the email. Okay. In that email, the link is there. Click on the link and it will take you to that folder location. The file name is your Google Sheet training. That is an Excel file. You have to open and save it as a Google Sheet. Okay. Now, so here I'm making this file name as Flipkart training. All right. So what I was saying over here, people, I got focus. I didn't get you, Pawan. I got focus, you link of Zoom. You want me to share that link again over here? You mean to say? Okay. Yeah, Aditya has sent. You can just check it out. And Partha also sent. They are helping you. You can check the link. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So please focus on our data. What we have with us. Suppose there are 3 products needs to be purchased. ABC. How much quantity to be purchased? Pretty clear. And when I inquired with the vendor, vendor has given the rates: A of 1 rupee each, B of 20 rupees each, C of 10 rupees each. Now I have taken up this matter to my finance department. I asked a question that, okay, please get me a check and over here so that I can start procuring the materials from the vendor. Now my finance team, they asked me a question in return, Prabhas, how much amount you need? So I need to answer them. So what I do exactly, or what we do exactly, just see. No need to do anything, just watch my screen. First, I go and create a formula like this, and the same we apply for others. And then we go for a total. Then we realize, okay, we get a over here. If I go for the total sigma option over here, I'll go for that. Just a minute. Okay. So I have got the list of formulas, and ideally we prefer to go for a sum formula. So we can write manually some formula, we can take the sigma option, and we got the answer. So our answer is lying in this cell. And this is how mostly we prefer to do. Nothing wrong. What we are doing is absolutely fine. But let's analyze the same situation. We have our data in this cell. But what is the point of getting all these 3 values? Is it playing any role? No. But we are helpless. Unless and until we get this value cannot be generated. So this is how what we have understood, people. We keep creating a lot of unwanted data. So which is not required, and that makes our file size also heavy. And when you have multiple formulas over there, again, it is taking a lot of time and file size becomes huge. So whatever the practice we have today, we are going to stop. Okay. What we are not supposed to do, we are clear with it. Fine. Now we'll go to a cell called total cost. You can see total cost cell is there. And over here, what I'm going to do is write a formula for you, naming called sum product. So how to write your formula efficiently? What is the beauty of Google Sheet is, it is a little bit better than your worksheet functions of Microsoft Excel in terms of information. Like when you see some product, it is turning up, it is asking me, tab to accept. So hit the tab button, automatically entire sum product text range up to open parenthesis, it will be populating. Now this is called one array formula. So it demands me the array one. So I got my first array, that is called quantity, all the three cells, comma. Then it demands me array two, the second array, that is rate per unit. That's it. The moment I go for this, automatically, can you see it is showing me the answer. So this is what the beauty of Google Sheet. Whereas in Microsoft Excel, what happens, unless and until you click or hit enter, it doesn't give the answer. So this is how people, we got a basic understanding about our formula called sum product, right? So kindly check this. Is this working? Sum product, kindly confirm Y for yes. All right. Now, the moment you have done with this, please stay focused. Sometimes what it happens, people, we design our formula, but our users, they expect that we should give a helping hand to them to understand this formula, what kind of formula we have used. So they want us to simply display the formula. So how to give a helping hand when you're designing any kind of template and showcase the formula? There is a very beautiful formula again in our Google Sheet as well as Microsoft also there. Naming called over here, look at my screen. Formula text. What is that? Formula text. So this demands, what is this mobile? I'll go for this cell over here, and the moment I hit enter, can you see? It returns in that cell whatever the formula over here, it is going to display over here. So this is called formula text. So what is sum product? What is formula text? We are pretty clear. Now, let's go for our next example. It's called vendor evaluation. Okay. Sometimes what it happens, people, we need to work out with a template or dashboard and create a tabular report in such a way. Whenever you put the data, automatically, dynamically, it should appear in the next cell. That is what we call, some people name it as automation or automatic pulling out the information. People name it different things. But that is nothing but a formula driven result. Rather typing the data manually, we will be engaging our formula in such a way, it will be doing the job for us. So we are going to see something like that. Just see. In any industry, whenever we are working with people, our purchase department, they have their own standard operating procedure. What is that? Like when you are purchasing one item, and if it is a critical item, do not depend upon with a single supply, single source of supply. If you do so, then you are running your business with high risk. People call it, obviously, this is right also. And what they suggest in that case, that we should go for minimum three competitive cores all the time. That is called L1, L2, L3. Do you all agree? Right? So now the same thing we are going to do. If it is a prices column, you focus. If your prices column, you focus. What would be my L1 price if you look at? L1 price would be 87 and L2 will be 99.2 and L3 will be 103.2. All of you agree with that? Right. So over here, since we have got hardly 7 to 8 items, it was pretty easy for us to identify. Take a real-time example. When you open the file, there are near about 1000 line item of data is there. And out of that 1000 line item of data, if I ask you, please find out L1, L2, L3 for me, what we prefer to do? We always go for sorting of our data, isn't it? We sort our data in smallest to largest order, and whatever the three line items appearing in the top, we consider these are our L1, L2, L3, and we drop a mail to our superior stating that, sir, we have done the ground level of working. Please approve the same so that we can start procuring the material. Our bosses also, without having a second thought, they give us a green signal. Everything is fine. But my question is, where is the value addition in this entire process? Because sorting is a task anybody can do. So each and every time, whenever there is a product to be purchased, you have to go for sorting. So this task can be automated by simply putting a formula, making it dynamic. How? Just see. There is a bottom three column over here. Ideally, how do we write our formula, people? We go and type the formula in one cell and we keep dragging. The same thing we do in Excel also. But Excel, we have an advantage. We can select everything and type the formula. Then we can go for Control Enter. But here we do not have that. But yes, how to write our formula? Just see. In the bottom three column, keep your cursor and start working with me. There is a beautiful formula we have naming called small. This demands data. Data is in my left. I could select. Now, once I select E12 to E17, this should not go down or right. So we should lock it. How to lock it? By using F4 key. If F4 key is not your direct command, go with function with F4 key. So automatically the range will be locked. Comma. What is the next one it is asking? Is called N. N means the factor, the number, the integer, or the ranking. So for our case, let's take the ranking. Okay. So if I go for over here, this value, this is our L1. So what should be the ranking? L1 rank should be 1. L2, what should be the ranking? Should be 2. L3 should be 3. So basically, ranking we are looking for is 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, we do not have such kind of numbers to give it immediately, but yes, we have got certain data in our right side column G called 1, 2, 3. So we can take that cell help G12. And the moment I go for this, can you see already it is giving me the result? The result should be 87. Bracket close. Now the moment I hit enter, this is going to give me the result of the first value, that is L1. Now the same we can go for populating towards down over there, and our small formula is giving the result for us. So this is how people, this small formula, you can make use of it over there whenever there is a need in our templates, summary report, or dashboards. Just check it out. Is it working? Small formula. Yes, I'll repeat. Just see. I have gone to a cell. I have gone for a formula equal to small. Then this demands data. Data is in my left. Starting from this cell over here, I'll go and select the rest of the cells. Now this range should not move down or move right. I need to press my F4 key. So F4 key will be helping me to apply $2 symbol, one before E making column lock, one before 12 making row lock. So in a cell, when your column is locked, row is locked, ultimately cell is locked. And since it is applied to a range, range is locked. This is what we did, comma. Now it is asking N. N means nothing but integer numbers over there. So you go for over here, right arrow key to move to the right. Don't try to click it manually. It will not be visible. So go for right arrow key of your system or the keyboard. And the moment you navigate, it is showing 87 already because it has taken that G12 cell is nothing but 1. And that value is taken over here, not a problem. Now formula is ready, bracket close, enter. Now the same we can apply for others also, going for Control D to fill down. Control D to fill down. We can go and apply the formula for rest of the cases. Yeah, Partha, function effort depends upon the brand of laptop or keyboard behavior. Yeah. So bottom three, how to apply this small formula, we got a clarity. Now we'll go for top three. Bottom three, we use a formula called small. What will be the opposite of small for top three? Is definitely large. So we have a ready-made large formula also over there, not big, Aditya. If it is short, then big. Since it is small, we have to go for large. See, what it demands me, the data again. So you can go for prices column completely. And as we know, this range should not move down. We should lock it by hitting F4 or over here function F4. What was the key over there? Comma. Here again, it needs the N value that is called nothing but our integer, numbers, or ranking. And once you take this bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. The same we can apply for the rest. So this is how people we have understood how to use our large formula over there. So any point in time, top 10, bottom 10, anything you want to identify. And again, while creating the dashboards and all this formula, we can use it. Okay, yes, it works. So some product, formula text, small, large, usage of our F4 key, we are pretty clear out of it, right? Now here, kindly take a look. This is whatever we have created, this is what our experts suggest us to do the job like this. I never recommend to create the formula something like this. Reason, I'll tell you, just watch my screen, no need to do anything. Suppose say this is what I have created and presented to my audience. Okay, audience is quite happy. Now somebody who has received the file, he thought for a while, say my boss, he thought for a while, why Prabhas has created all these columns? He feels it is not important, it is not playing any role, and he has deleted the same. What happens? My entire formula is in trouble. Can you see that? So this is the reason why whatever we did or whatever we are taking the helper column and design the formulas in our routine activities, people, though for our convenience we are using it, but our neither the Microsoft Excel tool nor the G Suite tool also they recommend to do the job like this. So how to make an improvement on that? Just see. Over here in this data set, if you look at which row I am operating with, any idea? If you look at which row we are operating with, 12. So now same thing, I would like to go for it is equal to row, open bracket and close bracket. Can you see? It's already giving the output 12. So row formula is a formula whose basic job is to return the row number as the answer. But we know one thing. When we were looking for the n value, it was asking for k. So if I want to bring the k as 1 over here, what I can do? Opening the formula minus 11, basic mathematics. The moment I hit enter, this returns me 1. And when I go and drag it down for the rest of the cases, it will be giving automatically 1, 2, 3 over here, right? So these things we did it outside of my formula range or anything. Same thing we are going to do within the formula. How to do it? Just say, I'll go to a cell, I'll type a formula equal to large, taking the data or range over here, then, comma, what we need the n factor as 1. So how to generate 1? I told you, go for a row formula and then which row I am operating with. So I am operating with 12. So what I need to do? I need to deduct with minus 11. Okay. Now bracket close, enter. You got your first top value is ready. Now the next top values, whatever we have, we can go for double click on the fill handle. That is working in Excel, but here it will not work. So you got to always select and control D, right? So this is called your nested functions, people, large with combination of your rows. Check it out. Large with row combination. Is it working? Okay, there's some problems our friends are facing. I'm not getting the formula description. Okay. Amol, could you please share your screen if you do not mind? Avinash, this will also work. Then why to put row formula? Avinash, you have to type it manually. When you drag the formula, 1 will never go and change to 2, 2 will never go and change to 3. And I told you, when you take the helper column, if somebody deletes that, the formula is in trouble. That's why we have made our formula in such a way, those 1, 2, 3, my formula is going to generate. Yeah, just type the formula equal to Yeah, large, tab, go for tab, tab, hit the tab button. Ah, click that plus, question mark, click that question mark in the left side. Yes, click that. Right, now you'll be getting it. Perfect. Data is there in your left. Data is there. Yes, take that, lock it with F4. No, you have given comma. First, you have to lock it. Ah. Now, after the formula, you have to give. No, not the range, not the range. Like this. Type the row formula. What we discussed is type the row formula. Huh? Row open bracket, close bracket. Not rows, not rows. ROW only. Yeah. Minus 11. Yes. Bracket close. Enter. Right. Fine. Now the same you can drag it. The formula answer you can drag it for others or select and control D. You can do. Choice is yours. Yeah. So Subir is saying, can you explain nested formula again? Yes, Subir, did you get that now? When I was explaining the same?
Yeah, understood.
Okay, great. So this is how people we have understood that how to make use of this formula small, large, and all, and how it is going to help me in my routine activities. We got the basic understanding. Just give me a second, please. Sheet is hanged. Okay. All right. So now please go and rectify the bottom three also. So what we can do for bottom three, we can go for simply formula equal to small, taking the data, locking the same, and comma, row formula, open bracket, close bracket, minus 11. Okay. So once we have done with this over here, the same formula we can apply for others. So this is how people small with row and large with row function, how to apply it. We got a clarity on that. So everybody's clear what we did. Perfect. Now, once we have done with this over here, let's go to our next. Yeah. Any questions? All right. So here, people, let's go for some more example where the date-related challenges what we are facing, how to make our job easy. Take a look. Suppose I have started working with a project on 1st Feb 2019, and the project is over on 26 April 2020. And in that project, I am not working in Thursday. Rest of 6 days I'm working. I'm not working in Thursday. And these are the list of holidays where I have never solved for that particular project. Maybe my local holidays, or I heard I've taken some holidays, or I was on leave, something you treat all these things. Now my boss is asking that, Prabhas, why don't you let me know how many days exactly you worked on that project so that I can make a billing to the customer accordingly. So my boss is expecting the business days or working days needs to be calculated over here. So here in our Google Suite or Microsoft Excel, we have a very beautiful formula naming called networkdays.intl. INTL stands for international. So what it demands, if you go for networkdays.intl start date, we do have start date, comma. What is the next one? End date, we do have end date, comma. Here, the moment I go for this, what is happening? So this is what I've taken, end date I have taken. Then it is asking me weekend. So here there is a problem, not problem exactly, this is a drawback. It is not giving the clarity what I should give the input as weekend. Whereas in Microsoft Excel, it's pretty clear. But to understand in Google Suite itself, that G Sheet itself, how to understand what should be my weekend. My weekend is Thursday, but how to give Thursday over here in the formula? How to give this weekend Thursday over here in the formula? See, any point of time in Google Sheet, any formula you are looking for people over here, okay, we have the option. You can open the formula there itself. So this is the beauty of Google Sheet. Any formula help, it will be given it over here. And there's an option called weekend. Can you see? So weekend is a number or string representing which days of the week are considered as a weekend, it is saying. But that is not giving so much of clarity. Okay, I'll help you out. Just watch my screen. So this is what I am taking over here, people. Okay. And I'll go for learn more. A separate tab is coming up. And here, this is asking, this section you just look at, especially. Instead of using the string method above, a single number can be used. Like 1 is the definition for if you are considering the weekend as Saturday and Sunday both, you should go for 1. 2, Sunday and Monday. If it is a weekend, then you have to define 2 as a weekend. This pattern repeats until 7, where 7 represents our Friday and Saturday. If it is a weekend, then I should go for 7. Similarly, same pattern from 11 to 17 also, like 1 to 7, 11 to 17. So 11, what it states with Sunday is the weekend day. 12th, Monday, 13, Tuesday, 14, Thursday, and 15 over here. If I look at, that will be Friday or 16 Friday. Yes, 16 Friday. So basically, our Thursday is a weekend day we declared over here. And to get that Thursday, we should go for 15. This is what we need to understand from this helping instruction. So the same thing, I need to go and put it in the formula over here. If I go for it as 15. Okay. So when I go and define 15 over here, then what it demands? Holidays. So holidays is over here. I can take the entire list of holidays, and this is going to give me 381 working days. So this is how people, any point of time to compute someone's efficiency, productivity, or you have hired some machines on the rental basis, how many days exactly being used, put to use. I need to find out the working days or business days. You can go for this kind of formula. Check it out. Are you getting 381? Any difficulties? No, it will not work, Ankit. It will be working in that combinations only. The combinations what I showed you, 1 to 7 and 11 to 17, with that combination, whatever it comes, it will work. Like say you can ask me a question, as our government holidays, alternate Saturdays, they don't work. Then in that case, also, this is not going to work. So in those cases, you have to customize, you have to consider over there. Yes, Srikant, I will take you through a simple thing. Just see, watch my screen. Same example, I'm doing it in Microsoft Excel for your better understanding. Same logic, everything in the Google Suite also, or G Sheets accounts also. So let me first get this deactivated because it takes a lot of time to open. All right. So here, the same formula I'm applying, just take a look on my screen. Equal to network days international, taking the start date, comma, end date. When I go for it, in Excel, we have got a list of pop-up like this. Same logic, see, 1 to 7, one combinations, 11 to 17, one combination. So we have the option, our weekend day is Thursday. So Thursday, when I go and select, what is the number it is assigned? 15, right? So this is what already predefined in G Sheets also. But G Sheets has a drawback. They don't show the list of output in like this. You have to understand that. You have to remember that order. And then when I go for over here, say 15, or I can type something over here again, then that will be making our Thursday only. So Thursday only, when I go for it, is it showing weekend day? Yes. Then I can go for comma, holidays. I can take the data from right side, holidays over here. Okay. And we got same answer, 381. Can you see? So formula remains same, only the 15 significance is nothing but Thursday only. So this is what you have to remember. Hope it is clear, Srikanth. Right. Now coming back to G Sheets again, let me just show you it again in the G Sheets. Next, question number 5. Okay. We have got some date of AMC. Suppose we have furnished one contract on 11th December 2019. And what is that asset about? HP printer. Then duration we fix for 16 months. We need to compute the date of expiry. That's a good question. Ankit has asked, what is the difference between network days and network days international? So to say precisely, Ankit, network days, it always takes only Monday to Friday into calculation. I repeat, only Monday to Friday, 5 working days in a week. But network days international, it gives you a privilege to choose your own weekend parameters. So one line you can say network days formula itself in it is there in network days international. So if you look at network days international, there is a combination also Saturday, Sunday also available. So what network days does in network days international also we can achieve. But network days international has got multiple variables to set your weekend parameters. Hope it is clear. Right. Now, once we have done with this, let's go for this example. I have got date of AMC for a particular asset. I have fixed the period of 16 months and I need to find out when the contract is going to be expired over here. Once I go for this over here, no, not like that, Prabhakaran. See, the moment I have gone for the formula, can you see which combination is giving me Friday and Saturday? Suppose, as you said, you have got Thursday and Friday. Let's check. This is the condition which is giving me Thursday and Friday to select as your weekend parameter. So I need to take 6. Okay. Yeah. No problem. Now, coming back to our AMC case. So 11th December 2019, I have furnished one contract and I have given it the period of 16 months. We need to find out the date of expiry of the same. So here, if I need to do so, we have a very beautiful formula in our Excel and Google Sheet as well, naming called eDate. E stands for electronic. So it demands me start date. We do have start date called date of AMC, comma. What is the next one? It is asking months. We do have a ready-made option called months also to the left. Formula is ready and immediately it will show the answer over here. So immediately you'll be finding if you have even 1,000 cases also, we can find accurate date of expiry. All right. So this is called your e-date, electronic date. How to use it? We got the clarity. Very, very helpful. So it's not only about agreements. You can go for claims or any kind of bank guarantees you are maintaining or any kind of your contracts you have or any kind of investment related documents you are maintaining next your G Suite or G Sheet or Google account, or you go for Microsoft Excel also, you can make use of this formula. So any difficulties in understanding this eDate formula? Anybody? All right. So here, take a look. Though we have computed our date of expiry people, but that alone is not enough. There is other risk factors also. Can you use day instead of month? For what purpose? Yes, Ankit, I am not clear with your question. Could you please unmute and speak?
So in case instead of months, can we use say 365 days or say 500 days? Instead of month, can I say number of days and then it calculates me? Okay, that can be calculated through a separate formula. So no problem.
You can do that directly. There is no formula needed. See, if I want to use this as 16 days, take an example 16, these are not my month, these are my days. I can go for simply taking this date plus 16. I can take that,
Yeah, got it.
right? All right. So here, friends, though we have computed with our e-date formula, but that alone is not enough having the date of expiry alone, because we need to also find out the risk of understanding whether 11th April 2021 is it falling in a weekday or weekend. That also needs to be checked. So to find out a day from a date, how to do that? Let's go for our discussion. How to execute a day from a date. For that, we have got a beautiful formula, people, naming called text. So go for text formula. What it demands? Expiry date. Yes, comma. What is the next one it is asking? Format. Ideally, what is the date format we follow? Is it DDMMYY or MMDDYY, correct?
Yeah.
Now D stands for day, M stands for month, and Y stands for year. This is predefined. We know that. Our requirement is not to deal with neither the month or nor with the year. We want to focus with only the day. So within two double inverted quotes, type D 4 times. So can you see automatically giving the answer Sunday, right? Now why 4 Ds? To get the complete string of the day. What if I give 3D, only first three character of the day? And is it case sensitive? No, functions are not case sensitive in case of G Sheets and Microsoft Excel also. Now bracket close, and the moment you go for this is going to give me the result. See, as we are anticipating, if you do not calculate this, it will be a problematic, right? So this is how people we have understood how to extract a day from a date. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yes, Ronit, you are getting in Hindi because you changed the country settings also. I told you do not change the local setting from this settings box. Do not change the local settings to India. You would have changed this. Check it out. Okay. Now, once we have got the data over here, let's make a hands-on practice, people, finding the month and year also, because sometimes what will be needed, we might be having only the date column, and unless and until you bring all these things, the data will not be ready for further analysis. So how to extract a month from a date? Let's discuss. There is a ready-made formula again, same we can take for text also, and taking this data within two double inverted quotes, M 4 times. Okay. So when I go for M 4 times, reason we know why you need to go for M 4 times. To get the complete string of the month name. Very good. Now similarly go for year formula over here to find out. You can use the same text within two double inverted quotes. You can go for defining Y 4 times, not a problem. We know that very well. But over here, I would not recommend that because text is a lengthy formula. What is that? Text is a lengthy formula. So what we can do is we can simply go for a formula naming called year. There is a ready-made year formula we do have in our spreadsheet application, G Sheet or Microsoft Excel. And there you go for the date, that is date of expiry. And the moment you hit enter, this is going to return me the years over there. So this is all about our business maths calculations, people. I believe everybody is clear what we did. Any difficulties in understanding any of these formulas?
So can you explain once more the third one, as in the business days,
Uh-huh.
how you are getting that drop down list of selecting 15 or 14, whatever the.
No, that was in Microsoft Excel. That was in Microsoft Excel. I
Okay.
showed you, but in Google Sheet, we have to remember that. Or if you want to explore, then you have to go to that functions understanding. Like say, take an example, I want to go for the same formula called Network Days International. Now, when I go for this in three dots is there. So any point of time, any formula instructions you need to understand, you need to navigate through this, or there is a down arrow key symbol is there. You can activate this. So automatically it will be giving you the list of details about what is this formula inputs, what to take end date, what is the weekend, what is that holidays, everything is showing over here, correct?
Okay.
You have to go for learn more. And when you go to learn more, can you see the same section over here? As I told you, this section you have to focus.
Yeah.
So 17 is showing over here is the Saturday is the weekend only. 16 Friday, 15 Thursday, right? That's why we have got the same list in the Excel. But that is the only problem since we are working with G Sheets, it doesn't show such kind of pop-up menu. We have to remember all these things,
Okay.
right? Yeah, when I hit Control plus colon to get the date, by default it takes country date form because mine is United States by default. Country date format, like what you're getting over here, Deepak, you are getting MMDDYY, correct?
Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm actually getting month first.
Month first, I know that. So I'm getting date first because my system date, if you look at, it is showing something like this. Date, month, year. Your system date, kindly check what it is showing. Bottom right corner. Is it showing MMDDYY?
Okay, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please. Mhm.
Okay, so I just inputted this using control and colon.
Mhm.
And if I have to take the day, it's actually coming Friday because today's date is 8, and I have added additional 3 days to it for the expiry. Is there any reason why it's coming Friday?
Go to the file menu. Go to the file menu.
Oh, sorry, the expiry is taking Friday. But again, today is correct. No.
No, go to the file menu in our G Sheets only. Go to the file menu. Yeah, go to settings. Yeah, see, your time zone is Pacific time. That is what I told you initially. Change it to Indian Standard Time. Come down, GMT plus 5.5 hours. Come down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, down, down. Hold on, hold on. IST, Indian Standard Time, you'll be getting 5:30. Yeah. Save and reload. Now you see. See, after 3 months, that is what saying. It is after 3 months. It's not after 3 days. It's after 3 months you are taking, correct?
Got it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen. Now we are done with our business maths people. So let's go to the next. It's called data presentation. Though you have the data in this data-driven world with you people, the data, if you have only having the data alone is not enough. You have to present your data, you have to analyze your data, you have to visualize your data, and you have to present your data in a storytelling format. That is what people are expecting. So we are going to do something like that. Just see. We have got month-wise revenue data. Suppose say my boss asked me to get me the entire year's revenue information. So whatever the G sheets I had prepared earlier, everything I have opened, consolidated, month-wise, whatever it is, I have got my final report ready. Now this data, whatever we have prepared people, anybody can do that. Nothing new or nothing extraordinary over here. But now the question is how to make it more informative. So the first thing is over here, if you look at the data doesn't have the total. So let's go and activate the total first. So total equal to sum, I can go for the formula and there I'll be getting 60,734. Kindly confirm, all of you got the same? Right. Now, once we have defined this, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same data in billions, millions, lakhs, and crores. But when I'm presenting the data to my management, they are not worried about my revenue in terms of billions, millions, and lakhs and crores. They want to see the revenue data, but that should be in percentage. So let's go for create one more cell over here towards right side, naming called revenue percentage. Okay. Now, what should be the formula for revenue percentage calculation? Okay, Abhishek. Yeah, what is that? You want me to repeat? Just a simple sum formula we have taken, Abhishek. Simple sum formula, sum of this revenue column. Okay, fine. Now, revenue percentage. So, revenue percentage, how to calculate? Watch my screen first. Taking equal to taking the value from revenue column from the left divided by the total revenue. This is the formula, no doubt. But when I copy this formula towards down, only the revenue cell should move down, but not the total revenue, right? For that, we need to lock it. We know how to lock it by using F4 or function F4. And the moment you hit enter, this is going to give my data in terms of decimals, not a problem. But we know that our data has to be expressed in terms of percentage. So any point of time to convert any format to percentage format, Control Shift 5. This is what the Excel keyboard shortcuts also it works. Control Shift 5. It will be helping you to convert any format to percentage format. Else you can take your mouse pointer. Here also we have an option called format percent. Choice is yours, whichever it is comfortable for you. All right, people, hope it is working. And this is a value addition to our data, revenue percentage. All right. Now, what else we can do? We can compare our data month on month, like Jan to Feb, Feb to March, March to April, how the trend is there, the growth trend. We can compare that also. So people name it as MOM, month on month, changes, variance, all these things, but technically we should name it as growth. So create one more column, naming called growth. Now what should be the formula? Stay focused. Since Jan month is my first month of my business year, anything before Jan, do I have to compare? Before Jan, do I have anything to compare? No. So ideally, Jan month purpose growth will be nil. But when I go to Feb, we have got something to compare with. So Feb revenue minus Jan revenue. In the month of Feb, I can take that. Now, when I go and present the same and filling it down, Control D, or dragging it down with the fill handle button, you will be finding entire things is ready. So this is again one more value addition to my data. Growth over here, how to compute it. Yes, formula is clear. Basic formula, nothing much we are doing over here. Now, once your growth you have identified, maybe the growth, my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But when I'm presenting the data to my management, they are not worried about my billions, millions, or lakhs and crores of growth over here. They just want to see the growth in terms of percentage. So let's go and create one more column, naming called growth percentage. Now, what should be the formula for growth percentage calculation? As we discussed, since Jan month growth is nil, so Jan month growth percentage also will be nil, obviously. But when you go to Feb, what should be the formula? Equal to taking the data from the left, that is called growth column, should be divided by the base month. So for Feb, which is the base? So for Feb, Jan is the base. So we can take Jan month revenue. And the moment we hit enter, this is going to give you the result over there. So once cell the value is ready, the same we can apply for others also. So we go for Control D, and we know how to convert any format to percentage format. Over there, Control Shift 5. So this is how people, we got one more column ready, naming called growth percentage as a value addition. So just imagine we had only 2 columns, but this much of task is pending.
Prabhas, I am trying to lock the cell, but it is not getting locked.
Okay. If your F4 is not your direct key, go with function with F4, FN key with F4.
I'm doing it function with F4 only, but it is not happening. If I want to lock this C16, I'm unable to lock it. I'm trying.
Okay, you just do one thing, share your screen, please.
Now it worked. It worked. It worked.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Now, take a look what else we can do with regard to our data. Now, suppose say, stay focused on my screen, understand the concept. If I am presenting my data over here, okay, and Jan month business I have completed, somebody asked me, Prabhas, how much business you have made? I will be telling, my answer would be 1421 USD, isn't it? And when I need to answer the same question after completing the business for the month of Feb, what will be my answer? 1421 plus 4248, 4242. If I complete my business month for the month of March and I need to state the same answer, then what will be my answer? 1421 plus 4242 plus 4543. What do you call all these things? Anybody?
The top line sales. The revenue.
Cumulative. That's the idle term, or we call it as our, yes, very good. That is called YTD. The corporate reports, we should use the proper corporate jargons. Technically, it is a running total. It is a running total, but when you are using the corporate reports, people, you should use the proper jargons. So let's go for YTD. YTD stands for year to till date. Starting from the beginning, the year till date. So we can go for a simple formula. Since Jan is the first month, whatever the value we have generated, is it going to be the same for YTD for the month of Jan? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So we put a formula simply equal to Jan month revenue. Then when you go to Feb, what should be the formula? Equal to Jan month YTD plus Feb month current revenue. Jan month YTD plus Feb month current revenue. Is it getting cumulative? 1421 plus 4242? Yes. Now the same we can apply for others. Control D. And how will I know I'm in the right track? The moment I reach to the December month, is it matching with my revenue column total?
Yes.
So we are in the right track. So YTD, I believe this is ready. Any difficulties anybody is having, because all these things need people, though you are in accounts, finance, production planning, marketing, anywhere, this kind of statistical calculation is very much required to make your data complete or make it informative. Now, once we have done with this, YTD in terms of value, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But when I'm presenting my data to the management, as we discussed, they are looking for data to be in percentage. So our new column we are going to add over here, naming called YTD percentage. Now, take a look. As we discussed, the Jan month revenue is nothing but Jan month YTD. Similarly, can we take Jan month revenue percentage as YTD percentage? What say? Jan month revenue as YTD for the month of Jan. Jan month revenue percentage can be treated as YTD percentage. Let's go for it. Equal to over here revenue percentage. Okay. Now what you can do, just select the rest of the cells. Just select the rest of the cells and press the keyboard shortcut Control R. And can you see your YTD percentage immediately populated? And how will I know I am in the right track? When I go to my December month YTD percentage, is it matching with my revenue percentage column total? Right? So this is how people, you can notice we have got our data more informative by designing this kind of additional columns to make our data more informative. All right. Hope it is clear, working for everyone. Right. Now, once you have multiple columns in place, okay, keep your cursor in a cell anywhere and go for Control A to select the entire data set. And always ensure that you are giving a feel of a table by simply going for playing around with all borders. And in Excel, we have the command Alt HBA. So just try this. If you have activated that compatible keyboard shortcuts, quickly Alt HBA, those who are using. Is it working now?
Yes.
Right. So this functions available in the menu driven command, and now it is working because we have activated that.
Ross,
Now-
can you tell me again the R command that is put as a shortcut?
Yeah, the command is Alt H B, A.
No, the YTD when you selected
Okay,
all the
YTD. You have to just select. You can delete everything if you have created. Delete everything. Okay, you select everything like this and press Ctrl R.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the latest style of data.
So Vas, how do I start my having that shortcuts enabled on the sheet? Joined little late.
No problem. Go to help. Go to help. Any Google Sheet one-time job. There is a bottom line option is there called keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah.
Go for it. There is in the bottom line enable compatible spreadsheet shortcuts. By default, it will be deactivate state. You have to activate it.
Got it. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Welcome. Now, once you have multiple columns in place, people, here, one thing you notice, the latest style of data presentation, it says that the first column, whatever the data you have, should be aligned to the left. And rest of the columns, whatever the data, you should align it to center. And what is the command to align to center? Alt-H-A-C, as you were expecting in Excel, you were doing the job. Now you do it quickly. Is it getting applied?
Yes.
Right. So this is how people, we have understood how to make our data more informative. So any difficulties, anybody?
Can you please repeat the last comment?
Yeah, Alt-H-A-C, one by one, but you have to do it quickly, bit.
So can we have a visual representation of this data?
This data, it is of no use visually representing because the reason is we have got multiple parameters. Like we have got numbers, we have got percentage, again numbers, percentage. It is of not going to have any use. But yes, this data, when you have, suppose say this 3, I can make it.
Yeah, maybe you can take a month versus revenue or YTD percent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These 3 columns, month, revenue, and revenue percentage, we can take that. So you can select the entire data over here. If you want to have immediate these 3 columns data to present in the visual format, you can select all these 3, month, revenue, revenue percentage. Okay. And when you go for this and present it over here, going to insert, we have an option called charts. And when you go for chart over here, this is being populated. Now, what is happening? Revenue data is there, revenue percentage is there, but revenue percentage sign is nowhere available. Can you see that? As per the legend, if you look at, it's not showing. So what you need to do, here there is an option called chart type. It is showing column chart. Instead, go for the drop down and you need to go for adding one more axis that is called combo chart. So if you scroll it over here, you have the option of combo chart options. You can see. Okay, now this kind of combination is called combo chart. I have kept my cursor, you can see also.
Yes.
And when you go for it, immediately this is populating over here. But the problem is, it is not showing that axis. It is still sitting in the bottom. Can you see? Earlier it was not displaying, but now it is displaying, but sitting in the
But
bottom.
it is at the bottom.
Yeah. So what you need to do, you need to activate one axis. So to activate one axis over here, go for over here, customize. Okay. Now in customize, when you go for this over here, vertical axis is there, horizontal axis is there. So in vertical axis, what you want to do over here, this is your vertical axis and horizontal axis is this. Now I need to go for secondary axis. So do you have a secondary axis option? Let's go and explore. So this is my chart style. That's fine. Axis titles, I can go for this option. Anything you want to customize, you have to operate with the customize button. This is a bit different, little bit different from your regular Excel options. Anytime chart type to be changed, you have to work it with your setup data options. If you want to go for customize over here, you want to go for anything to customize the ribbon commands and anything titles, everything, you can go for it. Now, if you go for the series option over here, okay, I'll go for axis type over here, column. Yeah. we'll go for line, and then we'll go for our left axis, right axis. Just give me a second. X-axis month, fine. Data range, stacking is none. Combine, okay. This is 100%. Line with column options, revenue percentage. Yeah. 3 rows address, which column data. This axis, we need to customize charts and axis titles. Just explore anybody's getting that option, because recently they have changed also. Secondary axis, you will be getting the details of secondary axis. Okay, I'll just explore that. I'll tell you. Don't worry. Aggregate revenue percentage. Okay. Just give me some time. I'll explore and tell you that secondary axis, how to present it over here.
Okay, no
Okay.
issue.
Yeah. But this is how you can do it. All the data cannot be present in the format of a chart option, but yes, certain key columns, like if you have got two different set of numbers and percentage format, two different format data, two different axes, you can present it. So this is quite easy in our Excel because we have got direct combo options and it will show you different two axes over there. But here we have to explore something. Some options they have just changed it. I have to explore that. Give me some time. I'll explore and tell you. Don't worry.
Sure, no issue.
Now coming to the next, our date calculations, people. Over here. Yeah, inside series, we can select the particular series in the drop down. Okay, Ronit is saying something. Let me just explore if it is working out. Yes, Ronit, did you try that or you are just expecting that?
Yeah, I just tried it out actually.
Okay, so inside series, you are saying that we could go to our particular
I
series.
just apply to all series here when I
Yeah.
select one,
Right,
and then left axis and right axis I'm changing.
right. Very good. That's a perfect expression. So yes, you can take that option, people. So going to the series and the customize something, and here it was showing apply to all series. You need to check revenue percentage. Suppose say in the secondary axis towards right side you want to present, you got to select that, and below to that axis it should be applied to the right axis. You have to go for it.
Let's say one column should be in column chart and another column should be in
You
line
can,
graph.
we can go for it also. So now this axis title is there. We have got the series. Now what type of chart you want to
Let's say
express?
blue color can be in column chart and the red color should be in line chart.
Yeah, red color should be in line chart. So we can go for that also. We have the options like going for our chart. Series, line color, fill color, line thickness, axis, format data points. Chart title, font. Right. Chart styles. Series. Kidding. Yes, Ronnie, did you get anything on that?
No, this one I have not explored.
Okay, no problem. We'll see that. It'll be here only. Somewhere we have to explore.
No problem, we can explore it later.
Yes, yes.
Prabhas, is it in the setup? I saw that there's a, we can select the chart types there. Can I go above?
Yeah, that is combo. That is what combo. I mean,
Yeah,
over
you select
here.
that. I could see that there's also one more, the different types of icons that come there. Yeah.
This is what first we have selected combo.
Okay.
This is what we have selected combo first.
Here,
And from
chart type
combo-
was selected correctly only thing here,
Ah.
how it is showing.
Right. Now, once it is showing combo, then we have to go to customize series details. You want to go and change this series details. It is showing apply to all series. You have to go for different series to different combination, revenue percentage. These things you have to change to right axis. And then again, you come back to combo. If it is changing to any other series option, then you have to again select combo. This is one way. Else we have to customize, and again we have to explore some options of that is there also. We have options. I will tell you what is that option about.
Sure.
But this will also work fine, not an issue. You can go and check combo first. Yeah, this is the same thing like Dilip. Absolutely. Okay. So I'll come back to that chart in detail when you go for it. Coming to the date calculations, people. So other date problem, what is that we are facing the challenge? Let's have a discussion on this also. Sometimes what it happens when you're working with multiple projects or you are working with some kind of employee related database, you need to calculate the experience of the employee over there or the span of the project anytime you want to work out how to calculate these things. Let's go for understanding. Suppose to take an example, this is what these are the employees working in my department. Okay. My management has given me a task, Prabhas. This is what the date of joining of those employees. Could you please calculate the experience of those employees and submit a report to us? Well, I need to do that, but how to do it over here? In Excel, it was again pretty difficult. Difficult in the sense we have to use a hidden formula of Excel called date diff. It is Excel. In Excel, it is hidden in Microsoft Excel. Okay. But in G Sheet, the beauty is it is available in the front end itself. So what we can do, people, over here, we can take a simple formula is equal to date diff. Can you see? It's available. It is showing all the instructions, start date, comma, end date, comma, unit, and all those things, right? Now, if you go to the same exploring Microsoft Excel, it will not help you over there. Equal to date diff. I'm showing Excel now. I'm not in Google Sheet. I'm showing in Excel. Can you see? There is no instructions visible over here. So this is what the difference. In terms of this date diff formula, if you talk about, better G Sheet is the better option. All right. So let's go for is equal to date diff. Bracket open, demands start date. We have the start date in the left, comma. It demands me the end date. So now if I'm computing the experience starting from the date of joining till what date we are computing? Till today's date. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
So we should go for a formula called today, open bracket and close bracket. So this is again a ready-made formula which will be helping us to generate today's date. Now, comma, when I go for it, it demands me the unit. So how you are going to present your data in terms of years or months or days. So since we are computing the data in year, we will be definitely calculating the year component. For that, here it is giving a helping hand that we can go and calculate within two double inverted comma, define y over there. But for the time being, I'm just asking you, please go to the blank cell above to the year category and define there, bracket close, formula is ready. It is showing some errors, no doubt. So go to that blank cell. Since it was not having any values, it was showing the error. So go to that blank cell and type y over there, just y alone. And can you see the result? So though date diff over here formula is there in G Sheet, how to write it, we got the understanding, basic understanding. Is it clear? Now let's go on, make a practice of finding the result for month and day also. So for month, we can use M, and for day, we can use D.
Prabhas, can you just repeat this here?
Yeah.
The unit should be Y, right? I mean, the column.
Yeah,
the
that's
cell
what.
four.
Instead of writing in the same cell itself Y in two different double inverted quotes, I am taking a cell hell over there, and I am defining same Y over there in that cell later. This is the difference, nothing else. So instead of writing those inputs in the formula itself, we are writing it separately. I have my own reasons, I'll tell you. You can just follow the instructions right now as it is. Is it working? Clear?
No, Prabhas.
Okay, could you please share the screen? Let me see. Uh, yes. Click on that question mark. If it is not visible, click on that question mark. Okay. Fine, perfect, comma. End date is today's date. Today formula, you can put it across. Today open bracket and close bracket, comma, take that reference. Yes, enter. Okay. There might be some extra space in that Y. You have written Y there, no? C4. Extra space might be there. Yes, one space is there. Just type Y. Delete. Just press the delete button. Now enter. All right.
He's got it, Prabhas.
Right. Now I'm taking the control back on the screen here, and this is what we have presented for here. Let's go for finding the calculations for month and day also. So equal to date diff. Just write the formula again. Don't just drag it or just copy paste. Make a practice just one time. Taking this today's date, that is what our end date, comma, Excel operator. Same again, going for date div over here and taking the data, start date, comma, today's date, comma, Excel operator. So how to write our date diff formula, we got the understanding. And again, I'm just reminding you, this formula is on in G Sheet, but you will not have the same instructions visible in Microsoft Excel. So this is the reason why I asked you to practice. So though you are working in Excel or G Sheet, you are not going to face any difficulties. All right. So we got our understanding that we got the answer of something like this. So can we express our experience like 18 years, 221 months and 6,732 days? Is it right way to express it? No. These are nothing but individual component-wise differences. Year-wise 18, month-wise 221, and day-wise 6,732. Or the other way, if you discuss over here, in the month, how many months are there? 221. And we know one thing, whenever the number of months reaches to 12, it becomes 1 year. So how many complete years are there? If I want to know in this month category, what we do, basic mathematics, equal to taking our data, that is months, and divided by 12. Do you agree? This is what we do, the formula.
Yes.
Now, what does it mean? 18 years, 18 complete years is there. That is already taken in our year category. And we cannot ever express again one more time in the month category. So in the month, it should display exactly 0.4167 and all. And to make it happen, just go to this month operator M. Instead of that, use YM and see the beauty. The moment you go for YM, what it stands for, year to month, the incomplete month in a complete year. And the moment you hit enter, could you please see? Automatically, the 18 years, it has been removed and it is left over only with the incomplete months for the year. Similarly, if you go to the day category, instead of D, go for MD, month to date, the incomplete days in a complete month. And when you go and hit enter, this is going to give you the proper result. So this is what the operator is predefined by G Suite itself. So how it is predefined, I'll show you. Just watch my screen. is equal to date div. The moment I go for this, can you see? It shows me all these inputs over here, like Y, MD, MD, YM, YD. All these units are already predefined. Okay, the same thing we are using. Hope it is clear, working for everyone.
Yes.
Right. Now, since we know one particular employee's experience we have identified, the same we can apply for others also by simply dragging or going for Control D and our problem starts. Reason, the moment we copy this formula towards down, what is happening? My cells also moving down, but along with that, this Excel operators or sheet operators or the units over here, this is also moving down. Just see, if I go for this cell and open the formula, can you see? The movement is happening, C4 to C5. So this movement is not supposed to happen. So how to rectify? As we discussed already, we should go for over here and C4 should not move down. We should lock it. And then the same we can apply for others. Similarly, we'll go for month and we need to lock D4 and then we can apply for others. Similarly, we go for day, we should lock E4 and then we should go for application of others. So this is how we have to rectify our formula, isn't it? Hope it is clear.
Acha, what key we have pressed to show the formulas?
Control tilde key.
Acha, okay. Even I think this is the same key in Excel also.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So this should be the setup of our year, month, and day calculations, the formulas. Any difficulties, anybody? Do let me know.
So can I ask one query
Yep.
about Excel?
Yes.
In any file, if there are any hyperlinks between the files, how do we quickly know, like from one file, how many, which are the links, which are the hyperlinks with some other files? How do we know
Right.
that?
Right. You need to go to file menu. You need to go to the info. There is a category called info. And when you click info in the bottom right corner, there will be an option called if at all anything is linked, it will be showing over here. So since there is no link over here, it is not showing any properties and there is no link file. But if you have any link, it will be displayed over here in this section.
Show properties.
All right. So I believe people, everybody is clear with our formula calculations, whatever we did. Yeah, shortcut key for dollar F4. Subir, F4. If it is not your direct key, go with function with F4.
Can you put on the month formula? What I found it is not matching.
Okay.
To YM place of in place of YM, just place A.
Yeah, YM, there is no space. You should not maintain any space over here. If you have a space, it will be a problem. So you have to be very careful. It should be the formula, but YM after that, there should not be any space.
Just put M over there.
M, okay. So when you go for M, it will be changing. So when I go for M, unwanted characters, ONTH is coming up. I need to simply press the delete button, not the space bar, delete button. And then immediately this will be showing the result only for months. So these are the total number of months between that two dates.
Okay.
Hi, I'm unable to drag the formula. What is that I have to do?
You are unable to drag it. I mean, okay, how you are dragging it? Let me have a look. Just show me that, please.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay. Have you rectified the formula? Not yet. Fine. Keep the cursor there in 18. Yeah, open the formula and lock C4. Press F2 or function F2. Press F2 or function F2. Okay, enter, enter, just enter. Yeah. Now select everything. You want to drag it manually, then you have to go to the corner button. Just select and press Control D. Control D.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, I'm taking the control back on the screen.
Prabhash, how did you make the formula visible?
It is Control tilde key. In our keyboard, we have got a tilde key also there. Like you can go to this above to the tab button, there's an infinitive symbol kind of option is there. This is called tilde. So control with tilde. It's a toggle key. Same key to open all the formulas or show the formulas. Same key to hide all the formulas.
Got it. Thank you.
Welcome. So now we have understood people over here how to write our formula over there. This date diff, how it works. We got the basic understanding. But do you believe that this is the right way of explaining about our formulas or writing our formula or customizing the formula? Or are you comfortable doing this activity by going to each and every column, editing the formula, rectifying this with dollar symbol with 3 different times? Are you happy doing the same? Definitely not. So when we are not happy, we are not comfortable, do you ever believe that Google Sheet or Excel is going to ever recommend you to write your formula like this? No. So what we did, people, is basically over here, we are not supposed to do that. This is what our experts suggest us, do the job like this, but don't do this. So what we are not supposed to do, we are clear. Now, how to make an improvement? Just see. Start working with me, please. Go for a formula just equal to date diff. Now what it demands? Start date. We have, and hold on. The moment we have taken start date, it has taken a cell reference of B6. What is the role of B? B is a column. What is the role of 6? 6 is a row. So when I copy this formula towards down, my cell will move to B7, B8, B9, B10, and so on. Do you agree with the movement? When I copy this formula towards down, this cell will start moving down, correct? Now, the moment when it is happening, like B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, which one sounds common? Is B. What is B? B is the column. So what we believed, that our data is moving, but it's moving in a column. So instead of locking a cell, we need to lock only the column. And to lock the column only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before column. And to bring the dollar symbol before column, hit F4 key 3 times. Hit F4 key thrice. So there is only one dollar symbol before B will appear, making it as column lock, column constant, column freeze. So when I copy this formula towards right, B6 will never go to C6 because column is locked. When I copy this formula towards down, B6 will definitely go to B7 since row is free. So this setup was missing. And what is that exactly? Did you get that? Are you getting it? $B6 when you press F4 3 times?
Yes.
Right, come on. What's the next one? Today formula. This doesn't need any kind of locking because the default nature of today's formulas is whichever the cell you go, it will be giving you today's date only, nothing else. So let it be. Coming to the unit. So unit is our Excel operator or text operator from G Sheet or Excel, anything you are talking about. C4, this cell should not move down when I copy the formula down. But when I copy this formula towards right, C4 should go to D4 for YM, month calculation. D4 should go to E4 for MD for day calculation. So movement is happening, C4, D4, E4. Which one sounds common? Is 4. So we know now our data is moving in a row. So when data is moving in a row, instead of locking the cell, lock only the row. And to lock the row only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before row number. And to bring the dollar symbol before a number, F4 twice, F4 two times. So $4 setup will appear. And what does it mean? This is nothing but your row constant or row freeze or row lock. So when I copy this formula towards down, C4 will never go to C5 because row is locked. When I copy this formula towards right, C4 will definitely go to D4 because column is free. So this setup is what missing. Now we have provided, bracket close, hit enter. Now we got the solution for only one cell. Now along with that cell, kindly select towards down and towards right, wherever the yellow color cells are there. And how to populate the formula? To fill down, Control D. To fill right, Control R. Can you see? With immediate effect, we could express our answer. So that's what the beauty of these dollar symbols, people. Whenever you are designing the formula in your table, you must go and design in this pattern. And this is what nothing but your usage of your F4 keys. Yes, Srikanth, what is that it is missing for you?
Can you explain the dollar again?
Yeah, you can share your screen, no problem.
B6,
Yeah, you can share screen.
Hello?
Yes, Srikanth, you can share your screen.
So I was just saying, I couldn't understand that dollar symbol before B you added. No? Why was that?
Okay. Okay. You delete everything, I'll tell you. First of all, you change the parameters Y, then in place of M, YM you change, M to YM you change. Then D to MD. Okay. Now you write your formula there, equal to date div, get the answer for your year column. So click on that question mark symbol, you will be getting the instructions. Question mark towards your left, blue color question mark is there. Right. Now, comma, after B6, comma, that is your start date. Comma. Go for today formula. Comma. Our Excel operator. No, don't write. That is your taken the cell reference. Fine. Bracket close. Enter. You got the answer for one cell. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, drag this formula to the right. Open the formula. What is happening?
Yeah.
So where is your start date actually?
Yeah. It should take B6.
But it is taking C6. Reason? When you copy the formula out, copy the formula right, cell is moving right. So we need to restrict that movement. That's why we need to lock the column. Not here, not here. In the source cell. In the source cell. There. So making it as column lock. F4 3 times. So when column is locked, it will not move towards your right when your formula drag it to the right. Perfect?
Okay.
Now coming to same C4. Now coming to C4. Still it's missing. Now C4. Why you need to lock C4? I will tell you. Escape. Come out of that. Escape. Drag the formula towards down. What is happening? You are getting an error. Why you are getting an error? Because C4 is moving to C5.
Yeah.
So row should not change. So we need to lock the row. So delete this also. Go to that 18 cell. Go to that 18 cell. C4, $4. So F4 2 times. Enter. Now select everything. The entire yellow colored range, select everything. And go for Control D to fill down. Control R to fill right. Got it?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Welcome. All right, people. So we believe now that how to write our date div formula, what is the uses of dollar symbol, why we need to locking all these things. We got a clarity on that. Now let's go for our next sheet is called filter hacks. Google Sheet has got some.
One doubt.
Yes.
Hope we can have in only one cell instead of the three multiple like year, month, and day. We can also put the same thing in the only one cell, right? That is, for example, 18 years, 5 months, and 7 days.
Yeah, that you can concatenate, or you have to write all
Yeah.
the three formulas in one cell by using comma, ampersand,
Right,
anything.
got it.
Yeah.
The same datative formula with the Y and month and date and day.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Let's go to our filter hacks, people. In Google Sheet, there are some advanced formulas which you have, which you never have in any other versions of Microsoft Excel except 365. And how to use the same, and what is the advantage of using such kind of functions in our Google Sheet, I will take you through. So one function, I'll tell you. If you look at in our data, there is an employee related database over here. Now, if I want to know in my department column, data is repetitive, data is shuffled, data is jumbled, one particular department may be appearing multiple times. I never know about all these things, but I want to know what are the departments I have. So first of all, I need to check in my department column, what are the unique data I have. For that, we have a very beautiful option in G Sheet, people, naming called unique. So when I go for the unique formula, this demands me the range. So range I am collecting from my department data. Then when I go and hit enter, this is going to give me my unique values. Very simple. Okay. Just check unique formula is working for you. Equal to unique, take the range. Nothing much to be done. All right. Now, here, how to make it dynamic. I'll tell you a beautiful concept again from G Sheet. In G Sheet, what is happening, the formula, if you look at people, this will be giving you the open-end references, like starting from always B4. But anything, if I go and type after B100 cell or B101, it will not get updated. So what is means open-end references? So you can take the formula like this. You can take the formula like this, but whereas Excel, you have to type it manually. But in Google Sheet, it has the privilege, you can compute the formula in this format. And now see, when I'm giving it over here, tomorrow, if I go and type any other employee or sorry, any other department over here in the bottom side, just see, I do not have a safety. Tomorrow, if I go and define something over here, safety, I don't need to go and change the range. So this is automatically coming up safety over here because I have taken the formula as open-end references. This is what. So starting from one cell, I'm not including the header, but the end I am not defining to any cell. I am keeping it endless. So this is what your unique formula. All right. So I believe unique formula is clear for everyone. Any difficulties understanding that? Now the concept, what we are going to discuss, people, it will be helpful for your dashboard designing. So we are in the stage 1. We'll go on gradually increase our stage also, levels also. So if you are clear with our first step, then I'll take you to the second step. Is it clear how to create this unique formula? No problem. So Abhishek, what you need to do is you need to go for a formula called unique. So just to find the unique data in your range. So if I go for is equal to unique over here, if in my department column, whatever the departments I have, I want to find out only the unique departments names. So what I can do, I can simply hit enter. This will be giving me the data structure over here. Say, take an example, all the unique data only. Okay, this is our unique formula. Now, what you can do over here is, people, Here we are going to create a beautiful drop down. You would have seen in Excel, we have an option called data validation. Here also the same. But here it is far improved options we have in our Google Sheet compared to Excel. Here, what is happening, people, your drop-down list you can format with different colors. And your drop-down list is acting like a searchable drop-down, whereas in Excel, you can't do that. But here, how to create it? Just see. I will keep my cursor over here. I will go to my data. I'll go for my data validation. And when I go for it, it will be asking a dialog box and asking for a rule. So I'll go for add rule. And here I'll go for a drop down, but drop down from a range. I'll select in the criteria. There's a box opens over here in the right side, select data range. I will go and select the data range from our unique list over here. And when I click OK, can you see this is showing the options like this kind of formatting options? I can do that. So this is one more human resources, something I can, all these things I can format it just to add more beauty to the dashboards. You can make use of all these things. All right. Now, once I do this, and when I click over here, I'm done. My drop down is ready. Just see, my drop down is ready. Can you see that? Now, if I want to see in whatever the drop downs is appearing over here starts with a alphabet. So it will be acting like a searchable drop down. Okay, something is coming up. Is there any difference with remove duplicates and using unique formula? Yeah, there is no difference, but remove duplicates, again, you have to create a copy of that column and you have to select, you have to remove duplicates, delete. That is what is tedious process. But here, things are dynamic. Tomorrow, when you are maintaining your original data set as it is, and whenever you keep appending the row items, any new department also comes up, automatically this will be taking that update over here. So that's what the beauty of unique formula. And coming to the drop down over here, if I go and try to find out whatever the drop downs starts with A, when I go and just select over here A, can you see it shows me there are two drop downs, naming administration and accounting, which starts with alpha. This is called searchable drop down, which you have in Google Sheet, not in Microsoft Excel. Now take a look, I am selecting finance. Now my objective is when I go and select finance out of this, from this entire data set, only finance records should be displayed on my screen. How to get that? Just see. I will select all my column headers, department, employee name, salary. I copy that and I paste it over here. Okay. So kindly confirm.
Sorry, Professor, can you just go to that data range? Once we go to the data validation, add a rule. You have to select the range. Then
Yeah.
after that,
Yeah. Did you select that unique column range?
yeah.
No. Now then you just go for that colorings, the formatting pattern, whatever you are getting over there, you have to do the coloring part. Like when you go for data validation, I'll go for add rule and taking the drop down from the criteria. This is from a range. And then this drop box is there, just exactly below to that. You got to take this and you need to select this. And then you click OK. And then these options you can format. Each and every buttons you can format.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Now, once you have done with this, just copy and fill that header over here. Yes, Sundar, I did it. Hope you got that steps.
Not really. Not really. Can you do once again?
Yeah, could you please share your screen? No problem. Just share your screen. Let me help you. Right. Yeah, I can see that. Now, yes, go to the drop down. You are not getting. Okay, go for edit mode. Go to edit. Yeah. Now here, the criteria don't take drop down. Go for the second option. In the criteria box, go for second option. Yes. And then you take the unique column list, what you have prepared. Yes. And click OK.
Oh,
Now
done.
you can go on.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much.
Now taking the control back on the screen, and I showed you that you please collect this call and okay. And once you do so, keep your cursor below to department. Keep your cursor below to department, and there you go for a formula called filter. There's a beautiful formula added called filter. It demands me what exactly you want to filter, that is called range. So starting from your first department till last column, whatever the data you got to select. This is my entire range. This is my entire range. Not the header, only the data points from these 3 columns I have selected. Comma, condition. What is that condition you are going for? That I am looking for that this department, whatever I have selected, if it is matching with in the department column complete range over there, then I should get the result. Now, the moment I go and hit enter, can you see? It shows me finance. If I go and change this to HR, I will get only HR, human resource. If I go and change this to administration, I'll get administration. So this is how people, you can get your records over here. That will be making more dynamic. And this filter function is available in Google Sheet, whereas in Microsoft Excel, only 2019 and Office 365 or 2021, you will be getting the results. Check it out. Is it working?
Can you repeat this one, please?
Yep. You can share your screen. I can guide you. Yeah, Sundar, this is, you please go for mute because creating a lot of background noise for others also. If your mic is on, if anybody else, please check it out also otherwise. Yeah. Yes, you can share your screen, please. Right. So you've gone for filter, taking data for B for comma, just comma after that. Remove the close bracket. Okay, you are retaining, fine. Now take your drop down list that is filled, that finance, what you have selected, take that equal to, no, just, Now come back to your department column towards your left and select the entire department, starting from first finance to the last completely. Yes, enter, just enter. All right. Now you go and drop down, change the drop down. So you'll be getting the data in dynamic way, all like this. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So this is how people, we have understood over here how to work around this kind of functions and we can get our results. We got the clarity. Yes. So kindly save all your workbooks over here and we'll go for a short break of 10 minutes. So now in my system 410, but 420, again, we'll be catching up and we'll be discussing our G slides, some beautiful tips and tricks and how to customize your G slide, everything over there. All right.
So Prabhas, will you be sharing the recorded session first?
Sure. You'll be getting that. Don't worry.
Yeah, Prabhas, I'll have to drop out for another meeting. I'll take the rest of training through the G slides or probably the next session whenever there is.
No problem. Please.
So there is I can see in your G sheet, there is some and count, lookup. Those will not be done today, is it?
No, it will not be because see, we have to keep all the data ready. That's what I told you. Depending upon the expectations from the audience side, we have to cover those topics.
All right. Okay.
That is the reason why I have taken only this.
Sure. Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay. So go to our shared folders, people, over here. And here I have already shared the G slide purpose, whatever the sample files. Along with that, the keyboard shortcuts for Mac and Windows also it is shared with you. You can make use of that. So let me take you through first some certain concepts about our Google Slides. I mean, how it is different from Microsoft PowerPoint and how to use this. Technically, Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I think we missed out one X lookup.
No, X
Lookup
lookup.
value. No, lookup value. As in, as
No.
per the file.
No,
If you
no.
see
As for the file, a lot of things are there. We cannot cover in 2 hours. That's what I told you.
Today we have only this much as our in our module, right?
Yes.
Till filter.
Yes.
Okay.
In that 2 hours, whatever we have completed, we can do. And if you have still something to discuss, please stay back. At the end of the training, I can spend 5 to 10 minutes. Don't worry.
Okay.
Please. Okay. Now, once I go for this over here, I'm just hiding this. Now, let's go and do one thing. Open a new slide. So suppose say I want to open a new presentation, G slides. So slides.new, I'll go for, or you can go to your Google Drive and click on the new options and it is going to open a new Google slide for you. All right. Now here, I name it Flipkart training. Then over here, when I look at over here, people, you could see it is showing some ready-made templates to me. You can take these templates, ready-made templates to design your templates or cover page and thing. Now, once over here we have got it, I would always suggest create a custom template, maintain some consistency. Else you have to suffer each and every slide you need to keep customizing. You need to keep designing, you have to keep doing the same duplication of work. And to bring some consistency and to maintain some uniformity, always create your slide master. Work with your slide master and customize anything, whatever you want, and that will be working in the front end. So take an example. What is this slide master? Whatever I open in the front of my screen, people, this is my front end activity. And this is what one of the slide. This is what one of the slide. But this presentation has got various layouts, and where we can find the layouts, see, can you see a plus symbol over here? These are called different layouts. So layouts are visible only in your slide master. So how to customize my slide master, where to go? If you look at my screen, people, if I go for my slide, there is an option called edit theme. And when I go to my edit theme, along with my front end slide, can you see one backend options also open? This is called my theme slide. And these are got various layouts. So you can customize each and every layouts out of this. So now suppose say this style I do not like. Flipkart is following something of its own, say Tahoma, Century Gothic, Arial, something. I want to change this. So this is there over here, Arial by default. I am changing to Vardhana. So I'll go for over here and I'll go for Vardhana. Now this is automatically changing over here. And if I don't like this style, I don't want to go for this font size. I want to make it something different. I can go for it. I don't want to change the color. Suppose say I can change the color over here if I want to change the color. So all these things you can customize everything, and each and every layout can be customized individually. But here people does a mistake. What they do, they customize 2-3 slides layouts and the rest of slide layout they are deleted. That is the troublesome. Here you can't find the impact, but tomorrow if you delete and you try to take another presentation and you want to bring it over here, then that will not be giving the proper formatting because you have already deleted the layouts. So never ever delete any of the layouts. Though you don't use it, let it be. It is not going to give any impact, but don't use and don't delete any layouts. This is one. Next thing is add a consistency over here. Suppose I want to have my organizational logo in all the places. Take an example. So here in our sample case studies folder, if you look at, I have already shared with you some logos over here, like G slide, everything, all these logos are there. If you want to use that, how to use this logo. So if I go for insert, if I go for picture over here or image over here, search the web, I'll go for suppose say G slide logo. So I'll take one logo over here, and the moment I take this and insert, this logo is inserted over here. Okay. So now when I go for this, it is occupying the entire space. Do not ever use the top, bottom, left, right buttons to resize the picture. Always take the diagonal button. I know, and I can take this and I can populate it. But what is happening? This is only customizing that layout. Now suppose say this organizational logo, I want to uniformly apply across all the slides. So anything you want to apply across all the slides, you should design in the theme slide. So anything you customize in the theme slide, that will be applicable for all the layouts. Now take a look. I cut this logo. I'll go to my theme slide. I paste it over here. Now can you see all the layouts? It is coming up with the organizational logo. So this is how, when you go for this, you can customize your master data, master slide. And then once it is done, you can come back and close this. And this is ready with such kind of information. So how to customize our slide master before creating any kind of presentation, how to maintain the consistency. We got an idea? Any doubt, any queries?
No.
Right. Now suppose say I designed my first over here title, say Flipkart G slide training. Now I got my title slide ready. Okay, I delete everything. This is what I don't need. Now I need to insert a new slide. So when I want to insert a new slide, I can go for a simple keyboard shortcut, Control M, M for money. Same keyboard shortcut for PowerPoint also. Now you can type something. Suppose say I want to work with my working with bullet points. Okay, working with bullet points. So how to present our bullet points effectively? Let's go and discuss. If you look at in our sample case studies folder, people, there is a notepad file I have already shared with you, naming called PPT. It will be there, just see. Yeah, bullet points, one text file is there. So I'll go for that text file and I will select all these bullet points, copy that. I'll go to my PowerPoint or the slide, Google slide, anything, and I pasted it. So all this text, whatever I had, it has turned up over here. I need to increase the font size. How to increase the font size? You can go for simply these commands over here, or you can go for the keyboard shortcuts also over there. Same keyboard shortcuts work for your Microsoft PowerPoint, Control Shift greater than symbol or Control Shift less than symbol to decrease the font size. Okay. Now, once I have got it, how to give a different meaning by presenting the bullet points differently over here? Ideally, how do you prefer to show your bullet points? Going over boring or the regular bullet points, like in our bullet points, these are the options we have. Nothing much. Alphabets, numerics, symbols, those days are gone. People were happy watching that, but nowadays the era has been changed. So how to give a different feel over there in the bullet point? Just see. I will take all my bullet points. I'll go to a standard bullet points, anything I have, I'll take that over here, anything. I'll choose. Now when I go for it, bullet points are visible. I will select one of the bullet point. All the bullet points are selected. I'll go for simple right click on that. And when I go for right click upon that, there's an option called more bullets. So when I go for more bullets, you can see dialog box appears with two drop down, symbol and arrows. So if you go to that symbol category, there are a lot of different styles are available. So if I go for emojis, so this kind of emoji styles also I can take it a lot. If I go for emojis, but I would like to take this kind of some transport maps and signages, I can go for this. There are various styles are available. So whenever time permits, go and explore this. If I want to go for weathers and all those things, suppose I want to use this kind of symbols over here, I can go for this. Okay. So it is up to me what kind of symbol is going to make in a sense, or how to make our bullet points different over here. I can choose all these options. Now suppose I want to use this recycle option. Okay, I took this, and then the moment I look at, is this turning up as my bullet points? If I'm not happy with this, I want to take this kind of symbol, the information no entry over here symbol, or some kind of warning symbol automatically turns up. So this is how you can give a different meaning by customizing a bullet points differently, and people will happen to see that. And definitely somebody from the presentation side, they will going to ask a question. Now, once I have the bullet points, you can notice below to that bullet points, the space is not properly utilized. Don't give such kind of impressions to the audience that you do not know how to use your slide space properly. So how to manage that? Select all your bullet points. If you go for over here format, we have an option over here called our paragraphs or line or paragraph spacing. Here you should take 1.5, automatically it will spread across over here. If you feel still it's not sufficient, go and change this format again, line and paragraph spacing and double. So now automatically it is spreading across to entire outline whatever I have created. So this is how we have understood how to present our bullet points. But remember, the moment you present your bullet points, people, and you are presenting something to your audience, take an example over here. Okay, I'll close this. Right. So these are my bullet points I have prepared. Now I'm going to present something over here. So I have started my presentation. I'm presenting something, these bullet points to my audience. And when I'm speaking something about the bullet points, none of the audience is watching this or none of the audience is listening to me. Suppose any such kind of scenario comes, then how you would be feeling? Definitely, we'll be feeling bit frustrated, annoying, disappointed because people are not showing the interest to read my data. So in this case, whose mistake is this? Can I blame my audience that I'm not getting a right type of audience to my data? Can I tell something like that in return? No, because presentation is something when you are making, this is meant for the audience only. So I need to know who is my target audience first and what they are looking for. This is my priority. I should know about all these things. And when I'm presenting, if audience doesn't like me, something where I am not lacking with, I'm not connecting to my audience properly. So now here, as long as I'm presenting my data, something like this, people are not happy. And even if I'm trying to say something about the bullet points, none of the people are listening to me. Then how to present it effectively? I'll tell you. So here, select your bullet points. Go to over here, these 3 dots in the toolbar. You have the option called animate. And when you go for animate over here, okay, there are 2 options turns up, slide transitions and object animation. So our objective is to go to the object animations and it shows appear. Okay, no problem. But how you want to get it appear? On click, on mouse click, yes. Now here one more beautiful option is there called by paragraph. Don't forget to select this. We need to select by paragraph. And the moment I would like to go for this presentation over here, just see. It's getting closed accidentally. Right. Now when I go for this over here, 1 point, 1 click, 1 bullet point appears. So if I try to say something in a particular bullet point, people have no other options except listening to me. So what it happens, I'm keeping my audience engaged with my storyline, and people also have a curiosity to know what's next. And this is how I'm presenting my presentation effectively. Same thing, but our presentation style makes us different. And somebody from the presentation side is definitely going to ask a question. Prabhas, how did you take this? Did you take any picture and you have attached in a line or you have aligned them? No, this is purely the form of our bullet points only. So this is what the beauty people, whenever you happen to present your bullet points, how to present it effectively, we got the understanding. Just try this one. Any doubt, any queries?
So I got disconnected in between. Can you repeat this? Or
So which part you have got disconnected?
bullet points.
The animation?
No, not animation. How to select a different bullet points like this?
Okay, I'll tell you. See, the moment you go for the bullet points, okay, only the bullet points, I'll just remove that. So I have taken a standard bullet point, anything out of this. Okay. Now, when I take this, I will select one of the bullet point. All the bullet points will be selected. I will go for right click upon that. I'll go for more bullets. And when I go for more bullets, I have got two combinations of different drop downs. So instead of symbol, I'm going to use, suppose, say my emojis. And from the people and emotions, I would like to use some transport maps and all. And there I have got this information of no interest symbol is there. I can select that. And once I select, that will be applied as a bullet points to my all the bullet points.
Yeah, got it.
Yes. Yeah, how to remove the bullet points, isn't it? So when you go for bullet points, select one of the bullet points and click the delete button. All the bullet points will be deleted. Yes, so slide number 2, what we did, I believe everybody is able to do it perfectly. Any difficulties? Two things we did. We have added some different image as a bullet point or different emoji as a bullet point, and we have controlled the information by using the animations. But here, animations are very, very limited with compared to Microsoft PowerPoint in Google Sheets. And over here, the options are a bit limited compared to Microsoft PowerPoint as well. So if you say, if you want to compare, of course, I would be giving an upper hand to Microsoft PowerPoint only. The reason is various features, enormous control, formatting patterns are different. But since my organization is dealing with the Google Suite account, I have no other options. I have to deal with the same. So within that limited boundaries, what maximum I can do, I have to keep exploring the same. All right. So we have got our bullet points ready, people. Now let me take you through one more slide over here. Working with org chart. Some of the other people, we need to deal with such kind of slides over there. If you need to prepare some organization's chart or org chart or organization diagram or authority matrix, people call it, whichever the department you are working with, some or the other, we need to create this. Again, this option is very limited, but yes, if you have how to do it. So if I go to my over here format, sorry, if I go to insert over here, you see we have an option called diagram. And in this diagram, we have an option called hierarchy. And in this hierarchy model, if you look at people, we have got very, very limited models are there. And the limitations, again, what it happens, you can create up to only maximum 5 levels of hierarchy. Now, suppose I took these 5 levels and I took one level out of this, suppose one style out of this, and if I go and keep on preparing the same, now what is happening? It is populated. Now tomorrow, if there is a change, there is some additional people has turned up, or I need to create one more label. Again, I have to take a lot of pain over here. So I need to do it manually by selecting all these connectors and resizing the same, adding more space, reducing the font size. All these challenges I have to face. That is the only one problem in Google Slide if you are creating the organization's chart. But yes, we do have the option. You can make use of it. But this thing is far better in Microsoft Excel. Would you like to see how to do it in Microsoft PowerPoint, if necessary, if you're working in Microsoft PowerPoint also?
Yeah.
Right. I'll show you how cool it is in Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm just showing for information. Those who are interested, they can watch. See, I have a ready-made feature in Microsoft PowerPoint, insert smart art. We have a ready-made feature. And there I go, I use the option called hierarchy. Now, suppose say I would like to create a basic model I have selected and I go and click OK. Now, immediately a sketch, a text pane box will open. If it doesn't open also, you can activate from the less than key symbol is there in the left side wall. This will helping you to open that text pane box. Now, you don't need to go and select anything in the box and type over here. You have to type everything over here. Say, my topmost official is my MD. There is one executive assistant to conduct meetings and all, maintaining all the records. For him, there are 3 people reporting to my MD, say COO, CMO, and CFO. Pretty easy. I don't need to struggle. Now this is only one layer. Now suppose I want to create one more layer of hierarchy. Say there are two people reporting to my CMO, naming Vice President and Senior General Manager. I'll keep my cursor in CMO box in the text pane box over there in the left side, and I hit enter once, enter twice, because two people. First, I'll create my data, VP, then Senior GM. Okay. Now this seems as if they are also reporting to my MD, but technically they are reporting to CMO. So what I need to do, I will select everything over here, this VP and Senior GM. I will simply hit the tab button from the keyboard, TAB, left side tab button is there, and immediately it will create one more hierarchy. And here, though I have created one more hierarchy, but the problem is uniformity has lost. It is having two different models or two different types of org chart over here. How to maintain that same pattern, like the COO, CMO, CFO, it is giving a proper tree matrix kind of structure, but this is going to the vertical mode. What we can do is we can select CMO, and there is a beautiful option in smarter design over here, layout. I can change it to standard. Now automatically it turns up. So this is how we can go and keep on adding as many as layers, and that's what the beauty of PowerPoint. All right. So Google Slide and PowerPoint organizations chart. Obviously.
Repeat this particular step once again, please.
Which one?
The last one means from the vertical. How did you maintain the the overall means the horizontal piece? How did you maintain it?
Right. So VP and Senior GM is over here. It was in this structure, correct? Right. Now I have to select this CMO box because these two people are reporting to CMO. So I have selected CMO box. I will go to my design. That is what not regular design. It's your smarter design. And there I go for layout and I have to choose standard. And when I choose standard, automatically it will bring the same uniform pattern.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, so this is how people working with org chart is never been easy in G Slide, but yes, if you are working in PowerPoint, it will be far better over here. Now, one more slide I'll be taking you through is over here, naming called working with these things. I'll go for delete everything. These things are there. Yeah. Now, suppose I want to delete everything. I can go and select like this and I can delete it. So these things I do not want, this also I do not want, this connector also don't want. Now I want to working with charts. Okay. So when I want to work with charts in Google Slide, people, here, what is the option we have? We do not have the option to store our data in Google Slide. Google Slide is always depending upon to store the data in Google Sheet only. But yes, how to deal with that and how to operate, let's have a basic understanding. If I go for my insert, if I go for my chart, I have an option bar, column, line, pie. Suppose I prefer to go for a column option. So when I go and select my column chart, a column chart ready-made will be available. But the data, if you look at where this chart has come from, if you want to know, in the top right corner, there is an option over here, like open source. If you click that button, it will show open source. I'll go for it. Now, can you see it is opening immediately one Google Sheet for me, right? So this is a Google Sheet where the data is being stored. This is the chart is being prepared. Now I'll take this chart over here. And if I want to design something, I want to customize something. Suppose here I have got 4 teams, 2 periods are there. I don't want this period. I just select and I can delete, not a problem. My chart is changing. Okay. Now suppose say, I want to present my data in this pattern. Suppose I have selected everything. I want to present it in a beautiful storytelling format. So over here, when I go for it, anything, whatever you want to do in our Google Sheet, you can do that, not a problem. Now, suppose I don't like this color, Prabhas. Can you do the changes for me? Yes, we can do the changes. So over here, anything you want to customize or do the changes, you have a 3 dots options in the top right corner over here, and go for edit the chart. And when you go for edit the chart, if you want to change the chart type, you can go for this setup box and change it to suppose a bar. This is my bar chart. I can take it. Now, if you want to change the colors of the bars or anything, then you should go to your customize button and change the bars or series details. So if I go for series details over here, this is what it's showing. Period 1, fill color, auto is there. I want to change something. Say I want to go for red color. And here I can change it to an entire thing into red color. It has been turned. So all these things, whatever the things you want, you can customize everything in your Google Sheet only. But output will be there in Google Slide. Now, suppose say you can ask me, Prabhas, I want to go for adding the data labels. Well, again, where you have to go? You have to go for over here series. We have the options called data labels. Now this will be added with the data labels as well. Now data labels font size is not in readable format. Prabhas, can you help me out something? Yes, we can go for making it bold if you wish. If you want to change bit of some styles, text colors or anything, all these options are there. Okay. So I want to make it a little bit more supporting. I have made it. So anything you want to do the modification, formatting or alterations, everything in the customize tab. If you want to work with the chart types or change chart types option, you have to go for the setup command. This is how two boxes we have segregated. Now where we did all these changes in Google Sheet. Now if you go to Google Slide, just see, have you got the same changes? No, but you get one option beautiful called update. So when you get the update option, immediately the saved changes will be displayed on the screen. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, if you want to plot a charts or graphs, anything in the Google Slide, you can go and prepare over here. But the data will be always stored in your Google Sheet only. All right. So I believe everybody is able to do that. No problem, Vinesh. Thank you so much. Okay. Chart from data. Yeah, you can create over there, Amol, you can create the chart in the same Google Sheet. You can copy that. Now, suppose that this chart is not there. Take an example. I am removing this. Okay. But I have the chart in that other Google Sheet. I can go there. I can select this chart. I can copy it. I can come back to my Google Slide and I can paste it. So when I'm trying to paste, can you see it is asking, would you like to give a link to that Google Sheet or you want to paste as just an image and no linking would be there? It depends upon the need again. Now, suppose say whenever there is a change in my existing Google Sheet, I want to do the changes over here. So you have to save it in a linked Google Sheet. I pasted it. It is done. Now, suppose say tomorrow I'm changing my data, something from team 1, I'm going to make it of 30. I did it. Now this is changing to 30. Now 12, I am making it to 15. So this is the changes again I did in my Google Sheet. But when I come back to my Google Slide, again, it comes as update and I can update the data and this will be doing the same update over here. So this is how you can keep updating your records over here. Okay. So I believe, Amol, you got the answer. No problem, Ronit. Yeah. Now, this is how the moment you present your records, people, how to present the charts and graphs, we got the basic understanding. Here, one beautiful tip I'll tell you. Most of the time, what it happens, we need to create the speaker notes. And when you go and create the speaker notes, how do you create that? We keep typing the things, isn't it? But Google Slide has a beautiful option, which in Microsoft PowerPoint, only 365 version has that option. What is that? You can type those commands. We can type those entire footnote by dictating the same on your screen. So how to create that dictation over here? Just see. If I go to my tools section, keeping the cursor in the footer area that is called our notes section, I'll go to over here the option. Okay, so let me take you through that. Voice type speaker notes. Can you see we have option in the tools? And when I go for this, a mic option will be activated. Now, when I hit it, whatever I'm going to speak, it is going to be dictated over here. Just see. This is a G slide training. And we are working with multiple slides. Can you see that? It is coming up automatically. And once it is done, just close this button. Mic is closed, and this is what your footer notes ready. This is one beautiful option called voice type speaker notes. All right, just try this. Are you getting there? Keep your cursor in the notes section, going to the tools and go for voice type speaker notes. Activate this, click that mic icon, speak something. Is it getting typed? All right. So here, this is one feature. Similarly, there are various features are there in Google Slide over here. But as a presenter, when you are presenting something, look at my screen, please. When I started my presentation, suppose say I started my presentations over here and I am presenting something. Now, suppose say somebody asked me, Prabhas, just go back to the slide number 2. I don't want to go for any other slide. I just want you to go to slide number 2. So what we do, we come out of that and we go for this slide number 2. Then we go and start our presentations over here in this format. So instead of doing that, what I suggest is over here, watch my screen. Suppose say I am working over here and I'm doing my presentation. I reached over here. Somebody is asking me, Prabhas, go to slide number 2. Just on your keyboard, press the 2 button. Below to the function key, you have the numerical section 1 to 0. Hit 2 and enter. This will be taking you to slide number 2. Then if you want to go to slide number 4, hit 4 and enter. Slide number 4 will be turning up. If you want to go to slide number 1, hit enter. You are in slide number 1. Can you see? You're able to navigate from one slide to another. Okay, Avinash, no problem. Just check it out, people. Those who are working, kindly confirm in the presentation mode, just hitting the number from the keypad, and when you hit enter, whether you are able to navigate from one slide to other. Right? Now I'll take you through one more beautiful tip. Just watch my screen. During the mode of presentations, people, if you want to highlight something to your audience or you want your audience attentions to a particular point, in the physical meeting rooms and all, we have the privilege to use the like our laser pointers or the ruler stick something. But in this kind of virtual meetings and all, it is very difficult. And the way we are designing our own slides, the same speed people can capture, there is no guarantee for that. So how to keep your audience engaged with that and how to bring your audience attention to a particular point? What you can do, never ever wave your mouse like this. This is not an ideal gesture. What you can do, people, you can simply convert that mouse pointer to a laser pointer by simply hitting the alphabet L button over here. Just see, is it turning up? Alphabet L, it's turning up as a laser pointer. Throughout the presentation, it will be acting like a laser pointer. It's still toggle key. L for laser to activate, L for laser to deactivate. Just check it out and kindly confirm. Okay. Is it appearing? And in PowerPoint also we do have, but PowerPoint you have to go for Control L. Here only L. That is the difference. Okay. So this is how, people, you can work around with your G Slide. There are a lot of things are there, but yes, due to time constraint, I have to just make a hard stop over here. So if you have any queries with regard to G Slides, hope it is clear whatever we have discussed or anything, you can ask me.
Prabhas, when will be the next session?
I have not got any information. You can check with your LN team, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hope it was
Prabhas, is there
yeah.
nothing for org charts like in G Slide?
Really, we do not have in G Slides. I mean, you have to take the help of, I mean, something you can go with your extensions, like some add-ons we do have also, the facilities. So if you go to the extension part, add-ons, and you can go for get add-ons, and there you can go for some complementary add-ons over here, like org chart or something, best chart builder. And if you have something, then you can get it. So Google doesn't have such kind of options. Really very sorry.
Yeah. Because PowerPoint, it was pretty easy, but then Google Slide, it is very difficult.
Yes, that is for sure. Because see, Google Slide, they are making it competitive like this, but still they are not getting success. But yes, certain features are better in G Sheets compared to our Microsoft Excel. Only
Mhm.
Microsoft 365 has this filter function, but
Yeah.
G Sheet, they have got filter function. They have got flatten also, one function is there. Very beautiful functions they have introduced that works fine also over there.
So anyway, where the way we have brought in the charts, right?
Mhm.
In the same way where we can brought in org charts as well from Google Sheets to here or something like
Yeah,
that.
from Microsoft PowerPoint, you can create and bring it to
No,
Google.
not PowerPoint. Google
Uh-huh.
Sheet I'm talking about.
No, we do not have such kind of options.
Okay.
See, that is what you have to again struggle by creating the shapes, connecting lines in G Sheet, and from G Sheet, you have to bring it as copy paste as an image or link. And whenever you update, those things will be updated. But in G Slide itself, you can't navigate, you can update, or you can add, or you can edit.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Thank you so much. So any doubt, any queries from anyone, people, you can ask me, no problem. I know time is very limited, but yes, this is what the window I got, but I tried my best to give you maximum. So anything is missing or you want to ask me any queries, you can ask me.
Prabhas, in the second slide, you had done something about the spacing of the bullet points.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that again? Can you
Yeah, I'll
repeat
tell
that?
you. You can select all the bullet points. You can go to the format, line and paragraph spacing. You can go for single, 1.5 or double, depends upon how many contents you have. You can always go for that.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Thanks.
Welcome. Yes, Aditya, I will ensure that it is reaching to you. Don't worry about it. So the recordings, whatever it is there, if it is not reach out to you, just I'm sharing my email ID. Okay. So if you have any queries also, you can ask me. Or if you have this recording not received, you can also drop me a mail. I will help you out with the link. Don't worry. Okay.
Thank you so much
Avinash,
thank you so much, Prabhas, for your time and it's
welcome.
very useful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Any other queries from anybody, people?
Prabhas, is there any alternate for VLOOKUP?
VLOOKUP, that is what you can go for filter function in G Sheet. That is the ultimatum.
Okay. So many a times, what a problem that I see, for example, first of all, if I am working on two different Google Sheets, right? So the VLOOKUP won't work. So I have
Well,
to copy paste it.
Right. That is what you need to know one thing. Okay, let me take you through that.
Yeah.
If you are not having any commitment, can you stay back for 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure, I can.
Okay. See, that is what the problem in Google Sheet is. When you have the data in two different Google Sheets, it is very difficult to bring that by simple VLOOKUP. Now
Yeah.
take a look over here. This is my existing file over here where I have got the data. I'll just close this. Okay. Now here, two Google Sheets I have.
Correct.
Now suppose that this is my parent data I'm maintaining over here. This is my parent data. Now this data I'm just copying over here, this section, and I'm going to over here. I'll close this. Yeah. And there I'm pasting it.
Yeah.
Now I need my rates. So when I want to go for over here, first of all, I can't use the direct VLOOKUP what we used to do in Microsoft Excel.
Yes.
So here what we need to do, first we need to have an access between two different Excel or two different Google Sheets. We need to establish a bond. So how to establish a bond? To establish a bond over here, we need to go for a formula naming called import range. There is a formula called import range. Okay, we'll come to that. I'm just giving an information. Now, import range, what it does exactly, I'll tell you. First of all, we need to identify where is my parent data in this file. What is the address of that file? Just see, this is what the address. Starting from this D, wherever it is there, after that one starts with one number 1D7. Can you see that? This is the standard format. Up to D/ is the standard format. Now from this point the address starts and it is over here in this format. When you get another slash, this entire name, alphanumeric, whatever the combination, this is the address of this file. Okay. I have copied that. And once I have copied, I will go to my child file where I need to get this. First, I need to establish the relationship by going to import range over here. Now, when I go for import range, what it demands me is spreadsheet URL. So whatever the URL, I need to paste it within 2 double inverted quotes.
Okay.
So now I have established from this file to that sheet file, I'm creating a relationship. But when I go to that particular Google Sheet, which worksheet I would like to access, that is the next level of hierarchy. So now, if you look at that is there in my lookup sheet, the parent data is there in lookup sheet. So any sheet data when you are working with, you need to start with over here, lookup. Okay. Then it starts with one exclamatory mark. This is what standard pattern of any sheet address to locate. Now in that sheet, where is the data? From which row to which column or which column to which row, that entire setup, like say A4 to D15, C3 to D14 or C5 to D16, anything. So I take a blind data of C3 to D14. I have taken for the timing. Later we'll change that. Okay. If it is not correct. Now I close this. Now what will be happening? This will be getting me the data. Just see, we got it exactly. So now this is with the import range formula. We got our relationship build and the data is coming over here. This data we don't need. This is just one-time task. We have to bring it. But what is our requirement over here? This entire setup of import range except equal to, I have to copy.
Okay.
And then when I go to my data over here, if I go for my VLOOKUP, is equal to VLOOKUP. Search key is my left, comma. Where is the data? So data we have brought it to the import range. I have to paste it completely. Now, what kind of column index number? That is what our Excel asks column index number. Here it asks for index. So how many columns we have? 2 columns. So I have to go for column 2. Now, what is the search key? Is sorted or all? But ideally we go for 0. Not a problem. Same thing over here also. And the moment I go for this, if it is giving the hint over here, we got the data. Now the same thing I can go for just dragging it down and I got my records. So this is between 2 different Google Sheets, how to apply VLOOKUP. So this is most important part, import range.
Yeah. Understood. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Prabhas.
No problem. No problem. All right. So fine then. So guys, if there is no queries, shall we call it as a day? Yeah. Fine then. So thank you so much for your patient hearing and watching. I'll be ensuring that your recording is sharing with you. If it is not shared, I have already shared my email ID. You can very well drop me a mail. I will share the link otherwise.
Sure,
Fine.
Prabhas.
All right. So stay safe, people. Take care. See you next time. And if you get an opportunity to again catch up with each other. So keep practicing. All the best. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.